Hi folks, here we are down in sunny Florida. We're here Friday morning, bright and early, going to catch a swap meet here. This is called the Sumpter Swap Meet. It's in Brooksville, Florida, a little north of Tampa, I guess. But we're going to show you around. It's going to be a hot day, so we're going to get it done early here. And just hope you enjoy the video. And if we do see prices on cars or phone numbers, we'll try to show those to you so you can call them if you're interested. So enjoy the video. Well, we're just going to start over here on the edge of the swap meet. You got a couple generators, it looks like. I had one like that. I thought it was a Delco generator, the one I had anyway. Well, we got a nice looking little Sport Fury here, two-door. Well, that looks like a nice original car. Got a 361 in it. Just gonna show you a little closer on this one. This one's really nice. Got a Wyoming inspection. There's a space number. Maybe you could tell who owns it by that. I'm not sure, but anyway, $14,000 is the price on this one. Nice little car for 14 grand right there, ready to go.
V-shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we got another little Plymouth convertible here. Check this out. This one's a Valiant. Got the slant 6.
It may get a little
Yeah,
slow
it's a
at the
convertible.
end, you're right.
Well, typical swap meet. You see about anything. There's model cars, there's bikes. It's just about anything you could imagine. Old car parts, newer performance car parts. Got some skirts down there. Accessory fender skirts. A bunch of bumpers. Looks like maybe a 39 Ford rear fender there for a car. Little Corvette here, 96, 11.5. There's your 59,000 miles and your phone number. It's a convertible. And it looks like this guy's got a 3031 Model A coupe. Don't see a price on that one. No, it's a 28.9. Sorry about that. Before everybody jumps on that, I'll correct it. And he's got some other pieces and parts over here. We'll check them out. $50 on the lower grill pan. Some Model A headlights, $100 for the 3031s, $150 on the trunk. Well, we're gonna have to talk over this portion of it because we got music everywhere in this place. But anyway, there's a bunch of reproduction signs. There's a few older ones mixed in. I'm gonna jump across the aisle here. Got all kinds of miscellaneous at this place. Car parts, flea market stuff, all kinds of stuff. Signs, toys, you name it. Here's a S10 hood there, a steel one, $250. Says it fits a 94 to 04 S10. Look at the old cowl there. I don't know if that's Chevy or what it is. Not familiar with that one. Got all kinds of miscellaneous here. Exhaust manifolds, headers. Camaro parts. We got a grill there. Nice looking grill. And we got an early dash on the ground. I don't know what that dash is out of. It's a 1920s, early 30s maybe. Here's a Corvette here. This guy said he's had a $75,000 offers on this. It's a magazine car. He's looking for better offers apparently. This is kind of a cool deal here. This rollback made out of a bus. Here we got all kinds of fender skirts and stuff, grills. Got this fender here off a T-Bird, $100 on the fender. Got these grills are $20 or $40 depending on size. All kinds of plastic grill inserts. Got a big Kenworth bumper here for $250. There's a good looking Impala bumper, 68 Impala. Looks like it's been re-chromed, $500. Nice clean one. Here's another 68 Impala part there for $200. Maybe an under bumper pan or something. There's some Caddy taillights there, $300. 84 Cadillac it says. All kinds of Model A parts and pieces here. Got some Model A taillights, $50 a piece. There's speedometers in there, 30 each it says on those. That's a good deal. Model A horn for 50 bucks. Over here we got a 29 Ford Roadster. This one came from New Hampshire. A lot of people bring stuff from up north down to Florida to get out of the weather. This one's $25,000. You can see the phone number there if you're interested. Nice little hot rod. Look at the arrow lights. 65 for the good one, 45 for the damaged ones. Those are kind of cool from the 30s. All kinds of nice early reflectors and stuff here. This guy has some nice quality stuff. Some backup lights here for $125 a pair. $375 on the black guide style headlights there. $300 on the chrome ones. $115 on the Model A coil. Here's a 33.4 Roadster wiper motor Ford for $125. $475 on the 56 parking lights. 37 windshield regulator there. 75 bucks. That's cheap enough. Nice Ford banjo wheel. We got a nice grill here. The toothy grill is $375. That banjo wheel is $325. The Chevy grill here is $700. Nice little steering wheel there for 200 bucks. All kinds of different stuff. Quite a bit of Chevy stuff on this booth. Look at the exhaust manifolds, 50 bucks a piece. All kinds of Ford stuff in this booth. This guy has some really nice, much of it's new all stock or just really good used. He goes to a lot of the swap meets we hit. We see him at Pennsylvania, we see him at Daytona. There's a bunch of F1 stuff, glove box doors, headlight panels. There's some 39 Ford front fenders, new all stock. Here's some doors for 48 to 52. Jump over here, we got all kinds of miscellaneous stuff on this table here. Look at these taillights here. $180 a pair. Says 1949 Dodge on the bottom there. Some AMC spinner cap or center caps there. Exhaust manifold, all kinds of goodies on the ground here. Just kind of walk along, show you what there is. That crankshaft is a 440 crank right there. All kinds of miscellaneous there. Here's a 1923 Model T. Price on this is $11,500. It's got a later model rear, different engine. I think that's a Mustang 4-cylinder. Says on there, there's your phone number. Got disc brakes. Kind of a cool parade car, but that'll get up and go all right compared to the original Model T engine. Kind of a parade paint job on it. All kinds of wheels, hubcaps. Over on this side, we'll jump around to the front of them. Nice set of chrome wheels here. Some Cadillac hubcaps. Look at the Pontiac grill. Nice little Pontiac grill there. Got some Chevy doors back there. And a Dodge truck hood. $125 for the Dodge truck hood leaning against the trailer. This guy's got all kinds of cool stuff. $1 a piece on the die-cast cars, 6 for $5. Train cars, 2 for $5 there. All kinds of oil lamps. Vintage Budweiser neon there. Over here we got some 60s hoods, grills, taillights, all kinds of stuff. This guy here's got a lot of 53 to 56 Ford truck parts. Got hood latch panels, grills, valence panel. He's got one of those spare tire mounts. I was going to check on that. Here we got a 72 Country Squire, $7,500, 68,000 miles, and it's got a 429 4-barrel. That's a pretty cool car right there. And I did get these parts here. Notice I got the door panels and the spare tire hanger from that guy over there. Those are for 53 to 6 Ford truck. Over here we got road signs, 25 bucks a piece. All kinds of different license plates and stuff in here. The Crocs right there are 10 for one, 15 for the other. Looks like a Kaiser steering wheel there and a Oldsmobile one on the bottom. Nice console down there on the ground too. Just kind of walk along. Look at the glove box door, 60 bucks, maybe 55 or 6 Ford. I'm not positive on that one. Got some nice spinner caps on the ground there. Just keep marching down the aisle. All kinds of radios, bell housings, you name it, they got it. Here's a Chevy door, 39 to 46 Chevy right-hand door, 180 bucks for a truck. Nice pickup front bumper there. No price on that one. Got 180 on the early cowl, maybe a 26 to 8 Chevy somewhere in there. 150 on the hood scoop. 20 bucks on the alarm. Right there, 20 bucks on that one. Works, it says. Nice aluminum ramps there on the ground. Got a brass fire extinguisher, or copper maybe. This guy's got a few old toys here. 80 bucks on the little Wyandotte on the white one there. Looks like 80 maybe on the Tonka fire truck. Got some more modern ones on this side. See the $80 price tag on that one. And we got a Hubley telephone truck here for 180. Looks like it's been restored. Over here we got a 54 Mercury Sun Valley, real nice one. 35 grand on this. It's got a few other things there you can see on the sign. You got a phone number right there if you're interested. So it's got the glass top, notice. That's the Sun Valley part of it. It's also got a Continental kit, nice interior. Good looking color. There it is, Sun Valley. And we got a Falcon convertible here. This one's $35,000. It's got a 289 in it. And somebody's started restoring this. They've done much of the work. It just needs a top and an interior. There's your prices, and you got some other stuff, also the phone number. Nice solid floors in it. Nice paint job on it. Just needs to be finished up. And we got a race car here, no price on it, but there's your phone number. If you're interested, give them a ring. There's your fuel tank back there. And we jump over here. We got some license plates. This is a friend of ours down in Florida, so if you see anything in this booth here, we can hook you up with this guy. Got a Model T C cab back there. Nice Golf sign. He's got quite a few signs and stuff. All kinds of license plates. This one here is some die-cast models, some more miscellaneous flea market-y stuff. Look at the Chevy work truck back there, nice short box Chevy. There's a 40 Ford grill. Another one of those Budweiser neon signs right there. Looks like a Dodge gauge cluster maybe, 100 bucks for a Dodge truck I'm guessing. 50 bucks for those, 40 Ford truck gauges. Look at the 6 carbs on the manifold, that's pretty cool. Got all the little air cleaners for them too. And we got some fiberglass parts here, $250 for the nose cone. There's a Model A rear window for a coupe, kind of got some rust issues. Here's the 3031 coupe, this one's sold. 75 bucks on the surfboard. And this one here is still for sale. There's their phone number. It's a 2-door sedan. 3031. And he's got some cowl parts. There's a hood, but there's quite a bit of Model A stuff on that trailer. One back panel right there. And we got some later 60s hoods there. Anyway, we'll jump over to this aisle here. All kinds of, look at all the Ford flathead carbs. There's quite a few other ones too. Some Model A carbs there. Model A speedometers. 35 bucks a pair on the 41 to 8 headlight bezels. I don't think they fit all 41 to 8 as far as I know. There's a couple variants of that. There's a couple guys talking about their eBay sales right there. Nice little black bullet light, 75 bucks. This guy's got some nice stuff. Look at all the stoplights, all the shifter knobs. Bakelite ones back there. This guy, all kinds of new old stock horns here too. Look at the foghorn. These horns here, there's a bullhorn and a foghorn. I'm not sure what that chrome one is. That's kind of wild. But anyway, The bullhorn kind of sounds like a bull grunting when you blow it, and the foghorn I think kind of sounds like a ship or something off in the fog. More musical horns there. These are some Macbeth headlight lenses. New all stock looks like. Macbeth marked on the bottom. They have a green tinted top section on them. They're from the 1920s. Now we got some Coker Classic tires there. Jump into this booth. Looks like some fence toppers maybe. 35 a piece on those. Even a cash drawer there. Nice Pennsylvania porcelain plate, 120 bucks. 1914 on that. All kinds of little tools and stuff in these tubs. Over here we have an old school General Electric refrigerator that works, 250. We'll jump ahead here. Look at the 57 Chevy stuff. Got a 2-door post there. Got some doors out front. No prices or information on these, otherwise I'd show you. And we got a Sport Fury Plymouth right there. Look at the rust in the roof of that. That's been sitting in Florida for a while. Here's some 59 Ford trim, 100 bucks a piece on those. $4.95 on a 62 Impala trim. 150 a pair on those. '62 Impala 550 Super Sport trim there, 6 pieces. Looks like they're all restored. They bang the dents out, polish them up, paint the inserts if needed. 64 Impala 5 1/4 8-piece set. Got some nice stuff there. Over here we got some tools. We got some Chrysler headlights there for $250 for the pair. Kind of an interesting toolbox there. Look at the old fire nozzle. All kinds of miscellaneous stuff there. Here's a Camaro project in here. Got the motor laying at the back. Camaro in there. No price on that one. We'll jump around the front here. We got a signboard. So this shows a few other things he's got for sale. You can see the phone number right there. That'll be for the Camaro in the trailer as well. Some Dodges, a 59 Ford, 54 Dodge pickup. Here's a 48 for $6,500. 67 Mustang console, 800 bucks, 4-speed. 80 bucks on the big block intake. 175 on that one. 1400 on this deal here. Dual carb setup, 57 Chevy. 125 on the Cadillac valve covers. Here's some Chevy stuff, C10 grill and grill surrounds, patina stuff. He's got quite a few Chevy truck parts here. Got some other stuff mixed in. There's some Chevy doors. And there's some bedsides back there. All kinds of Chevy stuff. Never know what you'll see at a place like this. Just got to know what you're looking for. If you know what your parts look like, you might find them right here. Consoles, steering wheels, gauges, distributors. Quite a mix of stuff here. A Nova emblem. 45 bucks on the Nova B-pillar trim. Glove box door there too. Visors, all kinds of stuff there. Look at the nice little black fog light there. 55 bucks on that. That's really nice. Looks like maybe new old stock. Guide one. Here's a console here. All kinds of trim on the tables. 25 bucks on the scuff plates. Look at the grill guards on the bottom there, Chevy ones. Those are pretty nice accessory deals. Those are pretty valuable actually. Got one up on the top here, $49.50. $3.50 on that grill guard. These fenders here, prices have faded out on those. They've been out in the weather a little bit. Can't tell you the price on those. Got some 9-inch rear housings. Here's some Model A fenders here, rear fenders for a sedan. Jump ahead here a little ways. These guys got some cool stuff. Look at the GMC truck emblem there. The hood emblem, that was $250. I did buy Couple things from this guy. Got some GMC parts here. $250 on the fender, $200 on the hood. I'll jump ahead here a ways. Got a Chevy here for $39,900. Here's your phone number. 55 Chevy with a 383 stroker, 2-door post. Good looking car. All in black. Got the dual exhaust coming out the back. Tinted windows, looks good. This guy's got all kinds of die cast here. 4 for $10, $3 a piece. Here's some fuel injection stuff, $750 on that one. With pump, it says. Got all kinds of manifolds and different stuff on the ground here. $150 on that manifold intake. Now this guy has all kinds of Tri-5 Chevy stuff here. Piles and piles of, I mean, look at the vents. I mean, just stacks of everything. Headlight bezels, taillight, side trim, doors back there, taillights, all kinds of it. If you got Tri-5 Chevy and you need some trim, he's got it. Look at all the ashtrays. Must have about 20 ashtrays there. Looking from that, the guy's probably parted out a lot of those. Look at the Model A steering column here. Looks like maybe a AR with a red steering wheel. Early version. Not sure. Here's a Model T speedometer with the gear and everything that goes with it. Takes that gear, goes on the wheel. This guy's got a whole Model T collection here. There's all the information, phone number, there's pictures. Give him a ring if you're into Model T stuff. And we get Coca-Cola sign, a visor. Look at the nice little stoplight there for $100. Some Model A headlights. Looks like 4 1/4 on the visor. Got a Chevy grill there, the red one. For 47 or 53 style. Here's an intake there for $850 with tri-carbs. Looks like a pickup truck rear bumper. Different license plates there, 25 each, 2 for $40. Florida plates. Got some Buick drums on the ground, brake drums. This guy's got all kinds of steering stuff, suspension parts and stuff that he builds for hot rods. So you can modify your chassis to make it a little more drivable. There's all the stuff there. You got some brake assemblies here as well. 3 1/4 on that red one. And we'll show you over here, there's a dropped axle here all drilled out. $375. There's the guy right there if you want to get a hold of him. There's a Mustang sticking out of the trailer. Looks like a drag car project. Got a roll bar in there, roll cage. Bucket seats. Mustang trunk, looks like quite a bit of Mustang stuff. Hoods, fenders, all kinds of goodies there. Valve covers. This guy's got quite a pile of stuff here. Jump across, we got a 36 Ford truck hood. There's the guy if you're interested in any of this stuff. Buick grill there on the ground. Looks like maybe that red hood, maybe a 38 or 9. Ford fenders there on the ground. This guy's got lots of early Ford stuff. Cowl vents, look at the spindles right there. So he's not too far away if you're in this area and want to buy some early Ford hot rod stuff. He's got them. Look at the modified 35 dash. Here's the F1 glove box door. Got the radio delete there as well for 51 or 2. Truck. Manifolds, intakes, door handles. There's a horn button with the rod still on it. Hubcaps. So this guy moved down from Minnesota years ago down here to Florida and just ended up staying here. There's a 48 rear fenders. Brake pedals. Look at the transmissions here, all done up, painted up. 600 on those. Couple more trannies here on the ground. $500 on that one. And he's got more miscellaneous here. Got some stuff in the trailer. Got a Ford sign in there. Big Ford blue oval. And some die-cast out here. We can jump ahead to this trike here. This one's for sale by owner. Look at the small block Chevy engine. There's your phone number. Call Frank. That's quite a wild ride. Even a two-seater. Look how long the handlebars are. That's really funky. Jump out on the front of his tables here. All kinds of license plate frames, little knickknacks here. $24.9 on the trike, it says. Well, we'll jump over here. Got some different toys and stuff. There's a Buddy L dump truck down in there. There's a Marks, I believe. Got some cool signs and stuff. Here's a cast iron tractor seat. And we'll just walk down this booth here. Some miscellaneous collectibles, antiques and stuff. Beer trays. All kinds of beer advertising here. Look at the Schlitz, Budweiser, Miller. $40 on that, works. Molson Canadian. $30 on that one. Low and Brow. All kinds of different advertisement pieces. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Here's a bunch of beer trays. Those are $20 a piece. Now we're in one of the buildings with the overhang on it here. It's kind of open sidewalls and people can sit up under here, so it gets you out of the sun a little bit. Not cooking out in the Florida sun. There's some Corvette promos up in there. 90s ones. Buses, those are $5 or $10 a piece, depending on the one. Some other different models and stuff. Kind of interesting here, guy, because they got no motor in the front. It's a Tesla truck. They got all their merchandise they're selling up under the hood there. Well, we'll jump over here. We got a, looks like a 39 Chevy coupe, all hot rodded. Got flames on it. Wide open exhaust there with headers. Looks like it maybe shoots flames out there too. It's got an igniter or something. Got a 37 grill, I believe, on a maybe a 39 body. There's your phone number. No price. Looks like maybe it's a 37 body, but it's got the 39 taillights on there. Got a little Ford fiberglass body, 32. Here's a 39 Buick right here. Looks like somebody's project they gave up on, parked it, primed it years ago, then left it set. All kinds of parts. It's been stripped and all the stuff's inside of it, the different parts and pieces. Here's another 55 Chevy. 30 grand on this one. Mini tub, street legal, runs great. There's your phone number. Bad man. Got a 355 apparently. Good looking little Chevy there. There's a Chevy truck gauge cluster for 100 and a quarter, 64 to 6. 888 on the triple carb intake there. There's another intake, 155 on that one. Carbs, 25 each, 2 for 40. All kinds of carbs there. $55 on the square body seat belts. Now this area is just a little car show section, so these aren't for sale. There's a 32 Ford two-door. Got a Chevy Fastback there. Just thought it'd be fun to show you another Chevy here. As I was walking back and forth to the truck, little El Camino. You see these cars parked, cars and trucks parked here. I'm kind of parked over under those trees, and I keep walking back with my purchases, so just thought it'd be interesting to show these. This is a really cool rat rod or patina. I don't know if you'd call it a patina or a rat rod truck, but anyway, it's a Rio, I believe. We got a Dodge van here. This is cool too, with the hood scoop and the diamond-shaped window. Leonard Skinner. It's like a 70s California Dreamin' with big whip antenna on it, roof rack, you name it. Probably full of shag carpet inside from New York State. What a 70s custom van. Those are pretty cool. I had a 1970 for a while. It was bright orange. There's that Rio pickup again. That's unusual. I don't know that I've seen one quite like that. Not sure that they made one from the factory just like that. Maybe somebody made it up, or maybe they did. I don't know. Somebody can tell us on the video. Got a Corvette there. Got a 40 Ford pickup here. Sparky Speed Shop. It's got a 40 Ford Deluxe car front end on it. And we got another Camaro here. Here's a Hudson. Step down Hudson. 4-door with a visor. Good looking car with a two-tone. Look at that. Got a Corvette engine under there. Here's all the stuff that's been done to it. 49 Hudson. Pretty cool. Makes for a good driver with that Corvette engine in there. And we got an Olds here. Good looking Olds. Looks pretty original. Got Canadian plate in the window. GMC pickup here. All the way from Minnesota. T-bucket. Little Chevy Nova wagon. Oh, this is cool here. AMC. The machine. The Rebel machine. That's pretty cool. Look at the hood scoop. AMC made some cool muscle cars. There's all the information. If you want to pause on that, you can check it out. I like their red, white, and blue paint schemes. This guy's making an offer. He's got some Tri-5 Chevy stuff there. 50 bucks on the door. All kinds of miscellaneous here. There's a Dodge taillight for a 46-8. 40 bucks on the keg. Aluminum keg. Must sell today, it says. So maybe you make him an offer, you'll own it. Oh, look here, we got a Cameo pickup, Chevy Cameo. This one's a 1957. And the price on this is $10,000. Floors aren't too bad. A little rust around the edges, a little in the steps. Some filler in the fenders and cab corners, but it is a Cameo pickup. You just don't see those around every day. No rear bumper. Rear bumper is kind of a harder part to find. Don't know if they have it or not. Pretty cool truck though. I got some Model A headlights there. All kinds of different lights and reflectors and stuff in there. Got a little generator there. $100 says needs some work. All kinds of different license plates here. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, you name it. Look at the Willys Jeep coming up here. Jeepster. Little folding top convertible Jeepster. There's your information, 17.9. There's your phone number. It's 1949. There's the steps to get in the back when they have the top down. Pretty cool. Good looking old Jeep. For sale. Looks like it has a later model, maybe a V6 under the hood. And we got a Model A 2-door here. There's your phone number. For sale. It's a 3031 2-door. And we got some miscellaneous stuff on the tarp here. Over here we got a guy into Chevy trucks. Got all kinds of Chevy truck stuff. Got a cool wide window pickup here. There's your information on it. For sale sign. 55 Chevy on a 72 C10 chassis. $28,000 our best offer. Kind of a patina build. Got some 54 Chevy truck fenders there. A lot of replacement grills and stuff. All kinds of miscellaneous. Jump over the other side here. This is a cool hot rod here. Street rod. Buick. For sale or trade. There's your phone number. Don't see a price on this one. 2-door sedan. Oh no, it's an Olds. Sorry, 34 Olds. I was thinking it was a Buick. My mistake. Looks like I had a little fender bender on the back there. There's your price, 21.5, I think. 21 grand up there. 18.5 now. Price is going down. Another little El Camino here. That one's for sale as well. Good looking El Camino. Got a Corvette engine, looks like. There's your information, 22.5. And we'll jump across the aisle here. All kinds of miscellaneous parts. 68 to 72 Chevelle stuff in the tub. 100 or a buck a piece on the hot rod magazines. All kinds of different headlights, oil cans, gas cans in the back, the plastic ones. $2 on the lampshade there. Here's some fender skirts. 250 or 250 on those, says Ford fender skirts. There's some more 1950 Plymouth that says on those. There's a Chevy grill for 150. Advanced design. Look at the American Austin bodies. Here's a couple of truck cabs here. Bugman it says on the front of that one. That's a Ford truck cab. There it is, Bugman. Must have been an exterminator or something. And a Chevy 5-window cab next to it. $100 on that grill. Here we get some front fenders and a bed. This cab has the usual Chevy rust right there. That's why the ones we bring out from out in South Dakota are really sought after. $400 for the bed, $300 for the cab. We get some really good ones out in South Dakota, so we bring them out east and sell them. And people would rather buy a solid one than spend all the money to repair a rusty one a lot of times. 12-bolt rear, all kinds of different rear axles. You can see the prices. This guy's all into headlights. 39 Chevy, 150 a pair. There's a single for $80. Bunch of Model A headlights. There's another International, I guess, truck on that headlight there. It was $100. Half price on all this stuff too, it says. Guy's having a sale. There's another Chevy car headlight, $80. All kinds of them in the back here as well. This guy's got some square body stuff on the trailer. Nice looking dent side Ford 4-wheel drive here. And a bump side, red one, 2-wheel drive. There's your phone number. No, that's your price up there. I guess there is no phone number on that one. This one's a little F100. There's your price on that one. It does have a phone number there, so you can pause on that. That's for both pickups if you need to call them. And we're about finished up in the swap meet, so we're going to show you what we got here in a minute. So please stay tuned. Show you what we got. Well, guys, as promised, we're going to show you what we got here. We got some Jeep Commando parts. There's a gauge cluster and a glove box door. This is kind of cool. It's a 1940 Chevy horn. It's like a town and country horn. It's got the brace that goes under the hood. These are 46 to 8. There's a hood latch and a couple gas tank doors for Ford. These are inner door panels, 48 to 52 Ford pickup. I think these are maybe 53 to 56 Ford pickup, somewhere in there. And these are wide 5, 1936 to 39 Ford wide 5 wheels, but they got all the hubcap clips, and look how clean they are in there. Nice set of wheels. This is a spare tire bracket, I think GM, for a pickup truck. These are Ford hood hinges for cars. I think one pair is a 37, the other one, they're late 30s. This is a 46 to 48 Ford, or a 46 and 7 Ford pickup truck column drop. This is kind of cool. It's it looks like a spare tire lock from the 20s probably. Got a, looks like an AMC Hornet gas cap. And this is a cool locking gas cap from the 50s with a key. And these things are hard to come by. This is a spare tire bracket for a step side 1950s Ford pickup. So anyway, we got all that stuff at the swap meet here. We had fun going and looking. We're on a trip from South Dakota to Florida. We've got 20-something videos we did on this trip, so just keep watching. We got all kinds of them coming out. There's a nice little 56 Ford pickup. So please give us thumbs up, good comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate all that stuff, and hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next round.